Welcome back aboard the bridge, Warco. We're looking into a beautiful sunrise. It's still actually quite late, almost 1000 in the morning. And we've just picked up a radio contact, which has dropped me off my lazy, read here, time compressed schedule. But what's more, if I can see you in my captain's area real fast, let's just wander down and make our way, excuse me, over to the captain's. I can't draw the curtains here, but excuse me, I hope you'll understand that what we speak about here is strictly confidential, even to the crew. For we have been given permission to attempt a raid on Scapa Flow, and I've made our course such that we are actually en route to the eastern sounds of Scapa Flow. My plan is to follow U-47's, which is Preen's submarine route historically. We'll go up here, down, come over, hopefully be able to spot and sink some traffic within the port, and then we'll leave through the same route that we come in. I don't know what's the status with mines and submarine nets, so we're going to be very careful about those. There are two things that I'm considering based on the time of attack, but on the way we're going to go ahead and intercept this merchant ship, so why don't I get that going on while we continue our discussion. No, this. That going on like that, because this is a ship which is supposedly just moving pure west, slow. So at 950, that means she's probably moving, let's just call it 7 knots. We'll look to see what kind of distance she's going to cover within the next 2 hours. And it looks like she's going to go about 30 kilometers. We'll map out what 30 kilometers looks like to her. In fact, we'll do it with the compass because we're not exactly sure of her bearing. So that's probably the range of areas she'll be in 2 hours, and it looks like our course is going to take us across a lot of the lines. We're going to speed up a little bit because that's a little bit too slow for us. It's going to speed up. We're only at 7 knots right now. That's just because we're turning, and turning the boat causes it to slow down, which is something I think Grey Wolves made a little bit more realistic. They decreased the speed during a turn. So while we're en route, this is what my plan is. It's almost the end of November, and I'm just going to operate on the principle that maybe at the start of a month, British will choose to ramp up security in the area. I have no basis for that other than just that's something that could happen. So since it's November 28th, I think we'll go ahead and strike on the evening of the 29th into the morning of the 30th, which is the last day of November. So in the night between the 29th and the 30th, we will hopefully already be in position around here. We're going to have to make our way slow. And my rough guess at a course for us is going to be stick to the deeper water as far as we can. Probably head over like this, and then this is where we're going to just start creeping, and it's not that far, so we probably should be doing all of this at night. Something like this. I'm looking actually at the chart, which I'm going to pretend is our reconnaissance from BDU, from home, that this is the Lamb's home, this is the Glimpse home, and this is Bure. This is the home sound. So we're going to attempt to go through the Kirk sound up here, and I think we're going to avoid the scary sound because it's scary. No, it's not spelled the same way, but it's Skerry. And I don't know what sound this is. It might be the Bure sound, but unknown. What I have been informed by Central is there could be some block ships, old ships that they've sunk in order to impede. It's very shallow water, and block ships will impede the passage of our ship. Okay, well, all that being said, I think we're going to continue with our mission. So basically, we have... Okay, this is... The timing of this all is incorrect now. Once we get over here, I'm sure that this is all going to be erased. We will erase this, but all we need to do is make sure that by tomorrow, midday, we're around here. And we'll start creeping over... Maybe we should even creep over from this shallower water just to avoid typical paths into and out of Scapa Flow. So maybe we'll just creep along here and go in through this angle. But I want to be around here at, let's say, 1900. Then we'll just start making our way ever so slowly in. Unfortunately, at night it's going to be very difficult for us to see any mines, but I don't... So maybe we can shorten this up to like maybe 1800 so there's a bit of light so we can detect mines going in. I don't know. The problem is obviously getting out of there when they're alerted to our presence. So we need to make sure it's definitely nighttime when we begin our torpedoes, begin firing our torpedoes. So that's a lot of excitement, but let's go ahead and speed things along and see if we can find this ship. So at 19, and she's probably going a little bit slower than what we projected, just because I want to give ourselves a cushion. And this was at 950. So she's probably only gone this far by 1050, which means that our speed is actually much too great. But that's good. It's going to bring us actually back along the path we want to be for heading over to Scapa Flow after this. Let's see if we can perhaps get a hydrophone contact in another 10 minutes or so. Let's just drop under and see if we can get a hydrophone contact. This will give us a good idea of where she is exactly. So shift our crew to electric. Well, actually, we could probably keep them in stern just to keep the two crews separated. And make our depth 16 meters. It's such a beautiful day out that perhaps we should watch our terrible turtle dive under the waves. Ooh, she got... I thought that was her dive right there. It was a nice bounce for her to dip under. Yep, she's starting to let the waves catch her. And there she goes, sliding under the waves. There it is. Very quick contact. Good. So it looks like she's... Is this like 15? It's less than that. We can probably just already assume her speed is 6 knots based on this radio contact report and now her current bearing. So, I mean her current bearing from us. So if this is the line she's following more or less, she's only gone 10 kilometers in an hour, and that puts her at 60, 10... Yeah, it puts her at 5, but I don't think that ships are actually going 5 knots, so we can just round that up to 6. So, let's go ahead and sink her. If this is her course, let's go ahead and give ourselves something in line with that. But first, let's maybe inch a little bit closer. Okay, so right now we're probably... That puts us about 7 kilometers away from her. And this is a little bit fairer, a little bit better from us. As far as cheating goes, excuse me real fast. We're not using the cheaty, map for doing a speed. Well, not as much. We're using hydrophone, which I find is completely fair. So surface the boat. And we shouldn't have been going... It's too late now anyway. We shouldn't have been going normal underwater. I had normal, standard. But I'll allow it. Prepare for bridge watch duty. Very soon, very soon, very soon. Okay, bridge watch duty. Up we go. These guys might be getting a little tired as well, but they're good enough that we can probably eke a little bit more out of them. Get these guys out of the torpedo rooms. They're doing okay. They should be fresh. I just changed them. Sounds like changing a diaper. I just changed that baby. And these guys are okay, but Yeah, it's probably time to switch. Okay, let's just do the switch real fast. Keep our crews fresh. Blah, blah, blah. Very good. Alright, now the bearing to us should be approximate. Well, we had it here, right? Well, we changed our course though, so let's try to get this. About 40, so that would be 320. Oh wow, we have a hit on her already. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay. She's a little bit inside of our line. Completely okay. So let's go ahead and run at her a little bit stronger so we can curl. And what is that? That's like... yeah, that's perfect distance. I feel like we should use one of our bow torpedoes this time because we do have 10 of them left. And I would prefer for us to not have any in the extra reserves by the time we get into Scapa Flow. So 4 and 4 and 1 and 1 is kind of like the ideal full loadout. Hopefully we've dispatched another 2 torpedoes by the time we get over there. And I think it's not inconceivable that we run into one more merchant ship in our path over to the eastern side of the Orkney Islands. Alright, Warcoal, prepare yourselves. Battle stations, everyone. General quarters, whatever you want to call it, on this boat. I don't know. It's general quarters in some navies, battle stations in the others. Maybe battle stations is more of a... oh, okay, there it is. Maintain current orders, but where? Oh, so she's like, this is perfect. Yeah, well, we know we spotted her because we had already spotted her. Although I haven't... oh, I do see her. Oh, and what do we have here? Okay, smokestack in the middle. We have definitely superstructure poles in the front and the aft, symmetrically. We can wait a little bit longer before we try identifying. At this bearing, their angle off the bow from us means that we're pretty much invisible, and this is a pretty long range. So we'll just sneak in a little bit closer, dive, get some kind of parallel course to her, which, whoops, what would that be? This is going to be our parallel course. So let's go ahead and delete all the non-torpedo run ones. Do something like this. And actually we want to slow down a bit here. I'll head 1/3. So we overshoot this one by a little. Actually, I'm going to do probably just a curving pattern. We can do this just naturally. She's visible actually for us. Even, geez, we might have to go periscope depth very quickly here because she's actually pretty visible to us. Okay, give me turn to starboard. We're going to start doing this just kind of by hand. I want my ultimate bearing to be, what is this? It is about 3. So we're going to settle on a bearing of 3. Right. I was doing it backwards, so that means 183. And that means I want to make sure I keep her... where is she? She's still pretty distant, I think. Okay, periscope depth. Clear the bridge. Dive, dive, dive. Let's see how it looks. Hard to see her from this height. Maybe when we get a little bit lower. There she is. And there we go under. You can see that this kind of angle on the bow exposes us significantly. Up observation scope. There she is. Okay, good. We have her. pretty much nailed with that line too, and I didn't have to do too much cheaty stuff for that. So we want ultimately our angle to, let's get 183. And we're pretty close to her path already, considering we want to do a bow torpedo. So we'll slow down a bit. For this one, I'm not going to take any cheaty ranges. We're just going to fire as we expect it is. So the only thing I'm hoping to get, and in that case, down observation scope, up attack scope. The attack scope does have better magnification, 1.5 and 10. I think in real life it was 6, but they've done 10 because the game graphics are a little bit poor, and they have made it so that basically 10x is what they imagine is equivalent to what 6x is in real life. Okay, there she is. Yeah, we do have a pretty good visibility on her. So I can already start getting some of my targeting stuff going. Let's make sure my cruise, because I messed this up, didn't I? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's very easy to change them though. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, these guys are all identical. Perfect. Okay, we're back. We're doing the right thing now. Okay, as I said, we need to go to tactical. Let's go to the TDC. All right. Let's launch from torpedo bay number 2 this time, just to mix it up. We want impact and fast speed. Their speed is 6. Their range, I think it was 8 degrees, right? So we'll make this just slightly below, whoops, that's the wrong side. They're going to be coming this way, and we'll be to the right, starboard. So that will make them about, we will be about 82 degrees off their starboard at the time we want to fire. Probably at a range of, let's just say 2,000 meters, 2 kilometers. Again, this is the one that matters the least. And if we wanted to fire this correctly, it should be at about 8 degrees. So let's go ahead and make this our angle, and the gyro lines up with zeros, which means we've done something correct. Very good. Now to the task of identifying her. Well, she's actually already giving us pretty good something to work with. Could be the exact same ship. Could be another Granville. Alright, I should also show you this. We have sunk many ships in this patrol. The first small merchant, this was deck guns, coastal tanker, deck guns, deck guns, deck guns. Wait a second. Did we sink a Granville with deck guns too? I guess we did. Then we had that small coal tender that I think that was the one shot, one kill. Coastal freighter, motor vessel, this is one that these two I did off camera. Then we had the small freighter, which was, I guess, deck guns as well, and schooner was deck. No, this was my first torpedo. This was my second torpedo. So this is the first bow torpedo, and then we had our stern torpedo to sink the Granville. And now we should have lining up right now our second bow torpedo target. All right, so I guess I'm going to jump forward in time just until we get this guy in some kind of range where we can identify. So, you know what? I'm going to drop scope, go to F5. I think everything's good, basically. We're in really good shape here. I don't want it to be too difficult for us to raise scope later. Yeah, so we're going to leave the scope just up a hair. And the sneaky, terrible turtle slips silently towards her prey. Hopefully this time I won't forget to open torpedoes. In fact, it's senseless for us to open this torpedo tube this early. But there it is. Nice and opened. And if I go to the command room, we see that torpedo tube 2 is now opened. Very good. Actually, this is what I want to do. Can make sure this is all configured. Yeah, I think everything is perfect here. So all we need to do is identify and then fire. And the only reason I want to identify is so that I can set the depth correctly. But even at 4 meters, we'd probably hit and sink whatever this is. Okay, very good. Speed ahead. We're going a little too fast for my taste. What's already our range? Jeez. Okay, not as terrible as I thought. 2 and 4. Okay, this is not terrible. This is doable. It's daytime, so we need to stand a little further back. But I think we're doing okay. And how's our... Looks like we're coming in something like this. I can't tell our exact heading. Okay, here we go. Zero's over here. And... yeah, we're at 89. Good enough. Let's see if we can identify her. Upscope. Ooh, she's nice and close. Let the water drop a little bit. Periscope depth. Please, gentlemen, keep your depth. Okay. Yeah, I have to say, this looks like it could be another Granville freighter. Smokestack in the middle. That smokestack in the middle is very helpful. Oh, that would be so nice, but I'm pretty sure it's not this. Yeah. Doesn't have enough of the doohickeys in the front. And it looks like the doohickeys in the back. I'm pretty sure this is another Granville. Okay, let's identify this as a Granville. And then we'll just do our due diligence by checking a few other possibilities. Okay, it's not a large cargo. It only has one in the front. It would be wonderful, but that smokestack is not large enough. Also, it doesn't have any paint on it, where I think we know the Granville has that nice little spiral on top. And I think that this one also has that little paint pattern on it. No, no. Yeah, and I think it goes further away from here. It doesn't have this. It has the spreading out, so it's not a small freighter. Thank goodness. Small merchant. Yeah, the superstructure is too far forward. This one has the superstructure completely merged with the smokestack, so it's not this. And I don't think there's anything else here that it could be. So I think we've got it. Another Granville. It doesn't look like a cam. Okay. So, it's yet another Granville freighter. These poor Granville class have just been terrorized by our terrible turtle. And I have to say, it's not over yet. With a 6-meter draft, my preference is to fire. This is actually pretty calm water. Okay, this is still 7 meters per second. But I think this is calm enough that we could probably aim a little bit closer to her true draft. Just because the ship is going to bob up and down, and as she bobs up and down, you don't want your torpedo to go underneath her. I still think the most critical hit on a ship is when you get them right at the bottom of the keel. I think that's even the reason why you would do magnetic detonations directly underneath them, because it's just the biggest pressure point for a ship. Anywho, we're not doing magnetic because those didn't work very well with the Germans. So what do? I guess we've identified and now we sit and wait. And by sit and wait, I mean we drop our scope down to something less visible. Close our identification book. Ask our hydrophone operator to follow the nearest contact. And now we sit back and wait. We need her at about 350, so we'll probably pop up around maybe 330, 340, maybe 340. Okay, our scopes were definitely too low in the water to be seen. That is cool. Just hidden right below the waves. And if you were to see that as a merchant ship, you would not be happy. Deck gun station for underwater. Our turtle. I think the Uzo is actually detached. I think they unclipped it when they went underwater. I'm not sure if that was just the Americans or the Germans did that too. Our dual propellers and our dual rudders. One of the huge advantages of the German U-boats over the Americans is that they had the dual rudders. I think that was also an advantage over the 7A over the 7B, that maybe the 7A only had the single. Anyway, we'll speed a little bit further ahead. .340. Ray scope. Let's get her to the correct. Okay, down a bit. Click this. Okay, prepare to fire torpedo tube 2.
Frachter auf 3, 4, 5. Entfernung gleichbleibend. Frachter auf 3, 4, 6. Entfernung gleichbleibend.
We'll try to hit her just a little abaft of the smokestack this time. Not just to practice targeting precisely, because I think we have this one dead on. We didn't even range the speed, mind you. We're just guessing that this is what it is, but I'm gonna fire right when the smokestack hits my vertical line, my reticle, and then I think that will mean we actually hit slightly behind it. It seemed to be a good hit last time, so prepare to fire. On my mark. Los! Downscope. Okay, I did not at all record the correct distance, of course, it was way under. But that's okay. Time to hit. When she gets to 0, we expect the hit. I'll pop our scope up.
Frachter auf 3, 5, 6. Entfernung gleichbleibend.
Scope up.
Frachter auf 3, 5, 7. Entfernung
She can't do anything now. Alright, let's see it.
Frachter auf 3, 5, 9. Entfernung.
Perfect hit. Perfect. Just abaft of the smokestack. She jerked out of the water. That's always a good start. She knows we're here now. Oh, you can even see her, the torpedo, the watermark. Well, now we have the annoying, slightly annoying task of following her on the surface. I don't really even want to follow her on the surface because it's broad daylight. It's not really good weather conditions if we run into an aircraft responding to allegations that a submarine might be in the water. So what we'll do instead... We'll tread along with her for a little bit. I probably will. Let's first get our crew. I'm sure everyone, because the combat situations is decreasing in endurance a lot faster than normal. Yeah, look at these guys. They're anything but healthy. Okay, hydrophone operator, we need to make sure that nobody else is closing in. Please return to normal sweeps. I'm the most polite captain. I always say please. Which you would never actually do. Let's take a look at the damage. Oh yeah. So right below the waterline. To be honest, a little too close to waterline. I surely would have preferred a deeper... Should have launched it a little deeper. You can't tell where the exact impact is, but just seeing the scarring Oh, is that the exact impact right there? Yeah, I think it is. Right at waterline, which is still a little bit too high. She must have just been rising out of the water when we hit her. Okay, actually, let's go ahead and surface the boat. Surface. Bring bow planes up, stern planes down. Well, we'll start reloading one of our external reserves. Might as well get the extra individuals doing that. And actually we can replace... Actually, we don't need a watch. That sounds absurd, but I would prefer my... Okay, that's fine. We actually can use a watch, but we'll take these guys out, obviously. Place them with 3 new people. Good. Very good. And we need people to man the torpedo room, though. That's for sure. You know what would be great is if torpedo men would man the torpedo room. That probably makes a lot more sense. I don't know if we need you. Let's see if we can get some healthier operatives in here. Yep, something like that. Okay, very good. Okay, well now we can start recharging our battery, and we can observe what I assume will be the final minutes of... Oh yeah, she's... Well, we might have just caught her on a hard list, but I'm assuming that was a lethal blow. She looks like she's going to go down a lot faster. Look at that tilt. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I don't think she's going to be on the surface much longer. Just perfect. Exactly where I like it. Just abaft of the smokestack. It's just perfect. If you're only going to fire 1 torpedo, that's exactly where I'd want it to be. And you can see how devastating that hit location is. She's taking on water quick. Wow. They would probably try to start flooding on the port side just to keep the ship from capsizing, but it's probably already too late. Yeah, I don't give her much time. Get to the lifeboats, men. Save yourselves. Another 6 minutes and we'll have that torpedo loaded. Oh my gosh. She's surely going down. Only a matter of time. Okay, let's begin our turn. Let's go to starboard just to avoid hitting them. She's going down. There it is. So instead of doing that, we will actually just set... Oh! Uh-huh-huh. We have another radio contact. Okay, this was at 11:20, 20 minutes ago. East-northeast. We have time. Sure, let's do this. East-northeast. It's going to give us some kind of direction like this. East-northeast. Okay, east-northeast. Probably something like this. That was... 11:20, 25 minutes ago. She's moving medium. Let's assume that means 9. So 9 knots in, let's say, an hour. How long is she? Look, get out of there. How far she can move in an hour? 17. So we want to be aware that she's moving 17 in an hour, which means that at 12:20, she will be... Whoa! Massive explosions going on. Probably want to see this. Our eyes are already on the next prize. Also a good time, by the way, if we can, to get a depth under keel. Shallower waters here. Might as well get used to it, though. Oh, there's her lifeboats. I guess she didn't crew them in time. The screeching of the hull under such strain. And that hit probably wouldn't go down like that. That would probably smash off the front. Is that the... Actually, I think that's the stern. That would probably smash the stern pretty badly. I don't think a ship could have done this, but... Very eerie. You can see that the blast actually caused some charring all the way to the other side of the boat. Well, we have other fish to fry now. So, yes, as I was saying, she'll be going... What was it? Damn it, I already forgot. 9. It was like 20 in an hour? Yeah, just under 20 in an hour. So, after... At 12:20, she'll be here. And we'll be at that same point, more or less. So we'll take a sound reading. We'll go this far so we can line up, get a better course. We will dive to check her position at 12:05. Prepare to clear the bridge. Prepare to dive. Alright, any sign of her? Do you see anything, Warco? Watch? Anyone? I don't either. Alright, make your depth 5 meters. We've got the next torpedo loaded, so let's get those. Let's clear the torpedo room. I'll see how people are doing on fatigue. This guy's ready to be swapped out. Okay, as soon as we get diesel, we can swap all these guys over to diesel. Yeah, we have certainly have some people who need to rest up a little bit here. Should be using electric. I don't know what's taking those guys so long to switch. Very good. Okay, get everyone out of bow. No, you two, you're not special. This was not a good person to choose. That was a good person to choose. Okay, so let's see. What do we have here? Actually, all these guys are in pretty good shape. Okay. Very good. Sound contacts? Any? Hydrophone operator? How you doing, buddy? We would expect them... Okay, there it is. Ooh, way off. So, perhaps they're moving more east than northeast. Okay, that's fine. Surface the boat. Bring us back up. And in 50 minutes, they have gone just around 12 kilometers. So let's look at this. 50 minutes, 12 kilometers. That puts them at 7 knots. I believe it. I would take 7 knots. We'll probably do some ranging on this one because it doesn't mean it's... I would expect exactly 6. Surfaced, we are. Let's make sure we get watch crew up. And let's make sure that we're not leaving a lot of... It's perfect. Crew outside. And these guys are all ready to go. Okay, fantastic. So sail away, sail away, sail away. Did I already say that? I've done that before. Damn. We have a fair amount of distance to make up, so I think this is a good direction for us. And we don't want to be seen right now because we're pretty much presenting our full broadside. We'd be about... She would be about 90 degrees off of our starboard. Damn it. Can you really see her? How visible? Well, it looks like weather's getting a little worse. What's the weather like, watch officer? 079. I don't see anything. Oh, I do see. Okay. I see. I've seen the light. How are we doing with our... It looks like again, our ranging is very good. Just match that a little bit better. And let's give ourselves some kind of 90-degree... Oof. We might have to pull away from her a little bit longer. Okay, let's do a quick time plot on her, though. Next time she jumps... She's not jumping. There, she jumped. Damn it. Uzo. Dang it. Fight it, fight it, fight it. Where is she? I lost her. I mean, she should be around 170, I think. What is the truth of the matter? Is it actually supposed to be 170? 130, okay. I'm ridiculously off. There she is, okay. 135, not a very good angle. It's a 45 degrees angle, 45 degree angle basically. But this is certainly the direction we need to go before we dive, so I'm gonna be happy with doing this. Hopefully she doesn't spot us. Doesn't look like she has so far. And we have our Uzo. Damn it. I didn't get the Uzo to go. Okay, let's just try this again. Alright, we're just going to range her out over a long period of time. Okay, we're at 5 minutes already. Have we really lost her? She probably faded a little bit to our stern. Yeah, we still got her. Still got her. At 140 now. Okay, next time she jumps, let's just click it. Click it or tick it. Fair enough. Something like this. Stop the Uzo. We have 515 or so. And what kind of range did she travel during that time? Just over 1.3. So she covered about 1.3 and 5, if we want to be doing some rounding about it. 1.3 and 5 puts her at 8. Yeah, it really does put her at some strange numbers. Well, this will be a good chance to show off how versatile, how robust the GWX method is, because I won't have a very good range on her speed. I'm getting 5, I'm getting 7, I'm getting 8, but I don't think it has to be so precise. We'll probably just stick to about a 12 degree, let's think. Maybe a 9 degree lead, and that should be good. Okay, well, we need to speed a little bit further forward in order to continue making up time. Now that we can't see anything, we're going to start merging, and we want to eventually get some kind of 90 degree path. So something like this perhaps. Okay, and how far would this be? That's 3. That's pretty far. So let's see if we can make that a little bit easier on ourselves. All right. Let's go. Whoa, slow takes you down to 4? I didn't realize it was that slow. that is quite slow. Head slow is living up to its name. Let's just go ahead and get the bearing this way. I think that's better. Okay, actually we want the bearing to be this way. Same mistake I almost made last time. About 166. Okay, we're going to want bearing of 166. Make it 166. Or so.
Neuer Kurs 165.
Oh. Thought I saw her, but I don't. She's out there somewhere. We know that much. And I don't think she suspects a thing. Okay. Probably at 2 kilometers or so we'll dive. We're just about at 2 kilometers already. Go down to periscope depth just so we can start maybe taking some better ranging of her as well, just using hydrophone. And I don't mind kind of cheating. That's somewhat cheating, I would say. So let's go... yeah, periscope depth, all head slow. Clear the bridge. Observation scope up. No, never mind. Let's get the attack scope up. 90 degrees, somewhere over here. That's where she'll be. Won't be able to do anything about it right away. Just gonna need to wait for our hydrophone operator. Oh gosh, get out of it. Get out of there. Yes, got him in time. Okay. This time we will be using torpedo tube number 3. Number 3 is not my lucky number. But I think we should still... shouldn't be that difficult. Deck's awash. Dive a little bit lower. Somebody forgot to take the ouzo off. No, that's a really expensive object. And then we're underwater. Okay, so let's wait for a hydrophone operator to give us something. He gave us something. Fantastic. Okay, she looks like she's a little bit closer along this path than maybe we thought. What's her approximate range? About 7. Yeah, we need to go really slow, not to creep up too quickly. But just enough that we can keep depth. And we're 2 kilometers away. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go back slow, just for a little bit. Yeah, it's going to make our lives a little more difficult for keep maintaining depth. But the good news is, we already know what bearing, which direction to face. And going reverse shouldn't spin our ship around this time, which is good. Make sure we are. What's our... yeah, we're probably not quite at 160, but... or 166. That's okay. It looks like she's over 10 kilometers away, so she's just too far away to do anything about quite yet. Okay, let's go ahead slow now. That should be 50 RPM, right below that 1. It says 0, but we know it's actually not. Let's also get this direction corrected slightly. No, 166. It's very important. Officer. There. And she's getting pretty close. In fact, I'm going to go slow because we're a little further away than I was expecting us to be. There she is. And what do we have this time? Ooh, 4 beams. What does that mean? Means we have to identify her. Alright, you're not a Granville. Smokestack in the middle with 4 beams. Smokestack in the middle with 4 beams. This is a tall, skinny smokestack, so not a troop transport. Probably missed it. It's, I guess, further down the line. No, 4 beams. Look for the 4 very distinct beams. I went too far for sure. Wait a second. That has 4 beams. It doesn't look right. Not enough tubing on top. Looks like we got some crisscross stuff going on as well. Okay. So what did we miss? Four beams and plenty of cables. 4 beams and plenty of cables. Nope. I don't think so. Looks too thick of a smokestack for this. I would love that. Nope, doesn't have the crossbar stuff. Pulley system. That's 3. This is 4. No, it doesn't have the skinny enough. No, I don't think so. Oh, it's a tramp steamer, is it? Well, kind of not worth a torpedo, but since we're already here, we might as well. You are now a tramp steamer. Yeah. Yep. Tramp steamer it is. Depth of almost 7 meters, and in these waters I think it's fair enough for us to set this to 5. Although it was very effective getting the hit last time, even at 4. Alright, so we're assuming, let's actually take some more measurements on her speed, because I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, we're pretty far away from, I'm not exactly sure what's going on with their speed, so let's wait. Click F3. There we go. And I think what we're going to do is just wait for 3 minutes and... Let's take this down just a smidge. Probably wait for 3 minutes and 15 seconds and just range it out that way. That way is very effective in my opinion. Probably what we're going to have to do... this looks pretty hard to spot us from this range. Yeah, a torpedo from this range... I mean, a periscope from this range seems very unlikely to be spotted. Not impossible, but hopefully unlikely enough that we don't get caught. 1 minute. Two minutes. 3 minutes. Prepare to click off. And drop our scope as well. Drop our scope. So she'll fade from us because our scope's now down. We can stop the stopwatch, doesn't matter. Alright, let's see what we got here. What do we range out for ourselves? Speed of 8. Yep, looks like a good speed of 8. Okay. To the computer. 8. Which means what do we need as far as the solution goes? Put you back up. Thank you for your assistance. 44. I don't understand what this is. Yeah, okay, now it's 44 and 8. Okay, protractor. We're dealing with a 10 degree. All right, that's what I was going to go for anyway. So let's go ahead and set up at 10. This, her angle will be, let's just say, port. It'll be about 80 left. She's moving for, and like, in this graph, she's moving left to right, but from our perspective, she's moving right to left, which means that she's going to be, we will be 80 degrees off her port. The range is going to be a little bit further for this one, probably actually closer to 2,000. And last thing we need to do with all these things, fast, yo, listen, fast, and select 10, 359. Perfect. Everything's ready to go. Now we just want our sound hydrophone operator give us, again, closest target. And speed along. Don't need this now. We need her at 10. I'm going to slow down when she gets to about 30. Just so when my periscope pops up, it's not quite as obvious, doesn't make as much of a wake. The less movement, the more difficult to spot. Okay, it's really not going to make much difference how fast we're going now. So let's prefer a lack of detection. This looks like it's going to be about at 1500. Everything's set. Now we wait patiently for probably 20. Pop up. And damn it anyhow. Open torpedo tube 3. Open torpedo tube. Open torpedo. No, not. Oh, we're firing torpedo tube 2? Well, fine. It's too late now. We're not going to change it. We did all our calculations with 2 selected, so it's fine. Alright, well, she's getting really close, so upscope. Okay, we're still doing okay. She's moving a little faster, so this is going to be a real test of our GWX system. Speed this up a little bit. Wait for her to get into sight. We have the torpedo tube open. Prepare to fire. On my mark.
Frachter auf 1-1 entfernt sich.
Los! Downscope. Okay, now we'll wait for her at 0 degrees, where the rendezvous should occur. There's our... She probably is going to see the smokestack, and let's actually watch this one, because it's broad daylight out. We'll actually be able to see her speed up a little bit. So here's her current engine speed. Wait till she sees it, though. We're going to get a pretty immediate response.
Frachter auf 5 entfernt sich.
None the wiser. None the wiser.
Frachter auf 4 entfernt sich.
She doesn't see it. I still don't see it, honestly. Did I fire the torpedo?
Frachter auf 2 entfernt sich.
Really, honest to God, don't see it.
Frachter auf 1 entfernt sich.
I should be hitting her right now.
Frachter auf 3-5-9 entfernt sich.
I've done messed up.
Auf 3-5-8
I've done messed up. What did I do? What did I do? I don't know what I did.
Frachter auf 3-5-7 entfernt sich.
We certainly missed. What did we do? Like our torpedo did not even appear visible to me. It was so far... Okay, she definitely saw the torpedo, but oh, there it is. Did we get the... something... Damn it, did we launch it with slow? No, I swear we got this right. I bet we messed it up. Did I forget the fast impact? Alright, gentlemen. Maintain your battle stations. Everyone makes mistakes. I'll have to review the footage. Something, a luxury the U-boat captains did not have. We'll have to see what went wrong with this one. Well, while you're here, just go ahead and start reloading that torpedo. It's going to be very difficult to get an angled shot off now. She's going to be zigzagging. Head normal. Give me 30 degrees. Yeah, give me 30 degrees to port, please. Upscope.
Frachter auf 3-5-2 entfernt sich. Frachter auf 0 entfernt sich.
9 knots. But bending back and forth is probably going to give it an approximate...
Entfernt sich.
I'd say it's going to give it like a mean speed of 7 knots, left, right to left.
Frachter auf 1-1. Entfernt sich.
We're going to need a depth of... Okay, speed of, let's say,
Frachter auf 1-2.
8.
Entfernt sich.
Range of probably 3. Let's pretend that it's going to be about... Probably about 1... I'm sorry, we need...
Frachter auf 1-1. Entfernt sich.
Would you be at like 110? Yeah,
Frachter
I guess
auf
so.
1-0.
Torpedo hat Ziel
Entfernt sich.
verfehlt, Herr Kaloi.
Yeah, I know it missed. I know. Okay. So,
Frachter auf 9. Entfernt sich.
what kind of solution would this give us? It's angled. It's pretty badly
Frachter
angled.
auf 8. Entfernt sich. Frachter auf 7. Entfernt sich. Frachter auf 6. Entfernt sich.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloi.
Give me a little bit more.
Backbau.
She sees us, there's just no point in playing games about that.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloi. Ruder 0 Grad.
We're gonna have to make some...
Frachter auf 1-5.
Not everything's gonna go perfectly, so this is just good practice for me, trying to line up a shot when we have no right of hitting a ship. 9 knots.
Frachter auf 1-8. Entfernt sich.
She's gonna come back towards... So this is probably about the right time. Now we probably want to lead like this. Degrees. Open torpedo to 3.
Frachter auf 1-7. Entfernt sich.
I love hearing that sound. Alright, lucky number 3. You're always never... You're not actually lucky with me, but... She's gonna come back towards... Los!
Los, Hahn ist im Wasser.
Shit! Okay, does it just reset after you fire?
Auf 1-6. Entfernt sich.
Well, anyways, we've given it our best shot. I have no idea if this is gonna hit.
Frachter
This was just by
auf
feel.
1-5. Entfernt sich.
And feelings are, you know, they say, you can't really trust your feelings. Use your brain, not your
Frachter
heart.
auf 1-4.
However,
Entfernt sich.
just for fun, let's see if we get lucky.
Frachter auf
It's going to be a long-range
1-2.
shot.
Entfernt sich.
Obviously, we're almost at the max range at 4 kilometers. So the max range is 5 kilometers. This is almost going to run out of steam by the time it hits. Assuming it is running fast. So, speed this up a little bit. There she goes. Looks like we're going to miss. Just barely. It was a good shot, though. I mean, you know, you miss by this much. Can't be that disappointed. She zigzagged a little more, so it looks like her effective speed was slightly less than 7. I would say in the future... Oh, I had it on 8. Damn it anyhow. Damn it anyhow. All I needed to do was check the gauges again. If I had done 7, that would have been a hit. Balls. Okay, well, I think we stand by what we did here then. 9, swerving, crisscross, zigzag, whatever you want to call it, at a top speed of 9 knots. It's going to give her more or less an effective... Damn, I thought that was going to be true too. I have 7 knots. Then we just range according to that. But now at this point, 2 torpedoes away. We save the rest for our stint into Scapa Flow. So I'm going to go ahead and let this one go. Maybe I'll raise and use the deck guns. What do we have on the deck guns? 13 shells. That's probably enough to kill it. But I'm going to pause this here and call this video to a close because we've already gone an hour and 5 minutes. And I think that's probably enough for us. So you win some, you lose some. This one's gonna get away. It's no fault of my crew. We all did well. I still don't know what actually went wrong on the first try, but if the terrible turtle hit every single torpedo, it wouldn't be much of a realistic playthrough, would it? So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video, where I think we'll be probably just outside of Scapa Flow. Thanks for watching, and take care.